Have you ever walked into a room where no one is shouting, yet your brain immediately screams that something is terribly wrong? You notice the 3-second delay before a coworker smiles. You catch the micro shift in someone's breathing. People who live with this mind recognize the physical exhaustion behind the perception. This constant scanning functions as a psychological trap that quietly drains your mental energy. Welcome to Brain Library. Today we are decoding the hidden psychology of the overaware. If your brain doesn't have an off switch, you aren't broken and you aren't overreacting. What you are experiencing is a deeply hardwired survival mechanism. Without a strategy to manage this internal radar, hyperawareness eventually consumes your daily life. We need to understand exactly why your mind became a radar station and how you can begin to regulate its intensity. To understand this sharp awareness, empirical psychology points to two distinct origins. For the first group, it comes down to biology. Science calls them highly sensitive persons. Their nervous systems act as ultra-fine filters, capturing the world in high-definition resolution. But for the second group, this awareness is a direct result of their environment. Neuroscience calls this hypervigilance. Imagine a child growing up in an emotionally unpredictable home, where adult moods change like the weather. To survive, that child must learn to read the room perfectly. They memorize the specific sound of car tires pulling into the driveway to guess if a parent is sober. They measure the exact volume of a closing kitchen cabinet to calculate the level of anger in the house. This precision is a tool for physical and emotional safety. Constant environmental scanning forces the amygdala, the brain's danger alarm, into high alert. Over time, this alarm stays active, treating minor interactions as risks. In adulthood, this rigid shield remains. Overthinking isn't a flaw. It's an intelligence shaped by survival. When this survival shield is applied to ordinary adult life, it creates a state of perpetual burnout. This begins with sign 1, constant analysis mode. Your manager sends a vague afternoon message, "Come see me for a minute later." While others see a routine meeting, your mind feels a wave of tension. You dissect the syntax and search for a hidden coldness in the wording. This occurs because your default mode network, the system responsible for self-reflection, is running a hidden marathon. Half of your brain is holding a coffee cup, while the other half is busy taking courtroom notes on everyone's behavior, leaving you exhausted by noon. This leads to sign 2, hyper self-awareness. Your brain's judgment center stays active at all times. You don't just feel an emotion, you immediately judge it. You laugh at a dinner party, then spend the next 10 minutes evaluating if that laugh sounded fake to the people around you. Constant analysis also leads to sign 3, the loss of relational innocence. Because you see the backstage of human behavior, you scan every kind gesture for a hidden motive. You find yourself wondering what favor a coworker wants before they've even finished their compliment. You lose the ability to trust the surface of words.
Compliments feel layered, and apologies feel like damage control. This depth of insight often results in a profound sense of loneliness, even when you are in a crowded room. For the overaware, empathy functions as an involuntary response. This is sign 4, the unstoppable empathy sponge. You absorb the emotional climate of a room automatically, regardless of your own needs. Neuroscience links this to hyperreactive mirror neurons. When you see someone hurting, your brain simulates their pain so perfectly that it becomes your own. You take on their stress as if it belonged to you. You become the unpaid emotional regulator for everyone in your life. You carry a friend's grief for days, or absorb the friction of a silent meeting, leaving you with zero capacity to process your own feelings. Eventually, the mental tax becomes physical through sign 5, interoception overdrive. Your brain begins to misinterpret minor bodily shifts. A spike in caffeine makes your heart race, and your brain immediately classifies it as a life-threatening danger. This creates a brutal physiological loop. A harmless sensation occurs. The brain panics. Your system floods with cortisol, and you physically trigger the exact panic attack you were trying to avoid. Attempting to predict every bad outcome as a way to avoid future pain only ensures that you suffer in the present. You cannot think your way out of a physical feeling. You cannot force your mind to become blurry or stop noticing the details, but you can change how you respond to the data your brain collects. Finding stability requires anchoring your mind into 3 specific psychological boundaries. Principle 1. Not everything is about you. If a friend is slow to text back, consider that they are likely exhausted, not angry. If a coworker doesn't smile, they might just have a headache. Reframing these moments prevents you from personalizing the silence. Principle 2. An emotion is not a mandate for action. When your heart races, observe it as a physical event. Say to yourself, "My heart is beating fast. I am safe." This allows the sensation to pass without you needing to dissect its meaning. Principle 3. Insight does not equal responsibility. Noticing someone's insecurity or a relationship's instability does not mean you have to fix it. You are allowed to be an observer without becoming a savior. By applying these boundaries, you create a cognitive buffer between the observation and your emotional response. This buffer allows you to process information without becoming enslaved by it. You still see the same details, but they no longer dictate your internal state. With practice, your high-resolution awareness begins to work for you. It provides a steady light that helps you understand the complexities of human nature without leaving you feeling exposed or overwhelmed by them. Your quietness is a profound wisdom that can help you understand life rather than be imprisoned by it. Which of these 3 boundaries do you need to build first? Let me know in the comments. If this brought you clarity today, like the video and subscribe to Brain Library to help protect your peace. We will see you in the next chapter.